Today, a former Pug champion comes back to try to defend his crown. Let's jump in. What is going on, everybody? Glad to be here again. Gonna be drafting the Pug on Underdog. As you guys know, I was a former Pug champion when it was the smallest contest on the site, basically. But nonetheless, I took it down once. I'm gonna try to take it down again. Let's jump in. Gonna do 2 drafts today. Let's do a 30-second timer so we can really make a meal out of this one. Let's do 30-second timer. I don't really do these very much anymore, but let's do it. And then I'll do an Eliminator as well. That's the plan for today. 1 Eliminator, 1 Pug. Call it a day. If the 30-second isn't looking like it's going to fill, I'll just do the 20-second. So, yeah. Let's see. We can't use that. I'm just going to take a look and see if this is still working or not. Just curious if it is. I doubt it is, but I'll just take a look and see. All right, let's see if this good old thing is working still. There we go. Take a look at my settings here. Nine people. Okay, so I might need to move this to the other thing, but we'll see. Maybe we can get lucky. Let's see. Wow, it is working. Okay. Good. I'm glad it's working. And the correlations are good now, so that's good. All right, I'll have to mess with that soon. Okay. It looks like I'm going to have to do the 20-second one because no one's joining the 30s, which is fine. I'm not opposed to doing the 20-second ones. All right. Music on. We're back. All right. Let's see here. And if you don't know that I won the Pug, then I got screenshots of it. Wasn't a big deal. It's kind of just the bit where people were ironically say they're the Schnauzer 7 champion and stuff because it's just kind of funny. So I run along with that. I'm not actually cocky about it, but it would be cool to win the same contest twice. All right. All right. See this 20 seconds are looking like. So they're both at 9. Does no one want to play the Pug today? So Saturday. So I'm going to do a cardio draft after this, but I need to get people in here. We got to flip this around and do the Eliminator first. We can, but there should be let's see what the Eliminator is looking like. I have to do the Eliminator first and then do the Pug. It's going to take too long for us to get in the room. Wow. Woo. 8 in that one. All right, this will fill up. The Pug will fill up. I would be shocked if it doesn't. Just give it some time. 8 away there. Okay, how about the other one? 30-second Pug is at 8 as well. I wonder how that works. All right, we'll stay here for now. What should we talk about? Should we just talk about a little bit of Eliminator strat? Should we sit here and talk about news, recent news? We can just look at the player pool a little bit, just for fun. Let's take a look at some targets I have, and we'll get back to the draft when it's available. Let's just open up let's just open up this. Wait, doesn't the caddy works on? Yeah, it works on Chrome. Might be good to just use it. All right, hold on. Let me try. Let's see. So we should be locked in still. Trying to get this stuff going again. Draft Caddy is nice to use for sure. Trying to get that dialed back in. All right, so we are 4 away. So this is gonna fill up. We're good. I was worried about nothing. We're chilling. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can open this up on an old draft here. Oh my god, of course. Two people left. Sweet. Alright, we're good. We can drop the pug. Dial it in right now. All right, anyways, I was going to talk about a couple things here. My targets right now, quite a bit, like, just kind of like messing around with different constructions. I haven't done like a crazy amount of post-draft best ball drafts, but targets for sure, Bowers. I just think like we've been burnt by the first round tight end a bit, but like this is an opportunity that we might not have for a while. Obviously, it could blow up in our face if he doesn't work out. But like being a 206-point player at the tight end position on his first year, if he can build on that in any way, he's just a giga smash. And the chance to just like absolutely dominate tight end position this year, pretty cool stuff, I think. So I'm pretty into him. Like getting all these receivers, JJ as much as I can. If I get like 3-4, 2-3-4, I usually try to just get JJ. Sometimes he goes 2, so I end up getting Barkley or end up getting Bijan there. So I'm not going to be like 0% of any of these guys, but I'm going to try to be slightly above on JJ. I was in the big board because he was like going at 5-6. Now he's at 3 just because. So yeah, I'm happy to have him there. All right, so our last pug, we're going to have the 12. Okay. Of course we are. Okay, so let's see. Let's go look at my other pugs here. I did the other 2 pugs. It's my last one. First one is a CMC Brian Thomas, and then the other one is a Genty London. So I'm going to probably not try to do either of those combos again. Not that it's that big of a deal. I want to have kind of a spread. If I'm gonna have 3 shares, I don't have the same person on every share, you know. It's fun to experiment and do like, oh, I want to do similar like types of teams on it, but let's also make this pick in the. So make this pick here. This is a Hound Dog, my 4th pick. I just slowed all of these just so I can get them done. I still like DJ Moore as just a bet on that offense. I'll take him. I haven't been taking much recently. I kind of cooled off a bunch after the initial fall, but late 4th round DJ Moore is pretty good. So Lamb, McConkey, Adams, DJ Moore there. All right, back to this. We are 6 picks away. Let's see if it's working yet. Not quite. Let me refresh this tab real quick. See if we can get it to work. So we have a little bit of a running back run there. Should be working. Anyways, all right. So Monrod goes. Nico Bowers is there. So I don't think I have Bowers yet. So I mean, you're not gonna catch me too upset. Let's do something different. Let's do this. AJ Brown, Bowers. That's not crazy, is it? Let's do AJ Brown, Bowers. I'll do something. I mean, I don't think this might be better to do in BBM, but I don't mind doing this. This is not that bad. Like, this isn't that crazy. And I don't think you're getting any combo of players with AJ Brown. Like, a 1st round pick plus AJ Brown Bowers is not possible unless you're doing like the super flex or something. So I don't mind it. All right, take a look over here. All right, let's get the draft board up again. It seems to be all right. So I got dialed in on Firefox. That's good. So all right, gotta quit messing with that crap. All right, let's put some Hollow Knight on here. All right, let's lock in. Yeah, a few more targets. I'll talk about more targets as we go on. This is a 3-back contest. We kind of waited to week 17 for sure here at this 124 final. It's like if you get to the final, you pretty much guarantee almost like a 4.5x on your investment, $36 if you get one team to the final. So hoping we get one in there to give a chance for 40K. Really not much to be said other than, like, obviously week 17 correlation is probably a good bet to make. I've been trying to get quite a few like players, like more of a few cohort of players. One of them being Tet. I take him quite a bit. Been trying to take more of the Eagles receivers, like them a lot. Kittle's just a good pick, in my opinion. Probably not on this team. Trying to get more of this running back range of like Chuba, Kenneth Walker, Travion, Monty, Connor, Judkins, Paul. I take a lot of Pollard. I like him a lot. Kind of warming back up to this like Buka range of receiver. Just kind of like getting what I can of that group. We're on the clock. Elite quarterback is here. I'm always happy to take Tet here. So I'm gonna take Tet first. And then how do we want to play this next part? We'll take Tet. We get our first running back with Brees. Always like getting 4th round Brees. You take one of these elite quarterbacks. I'm live for Hurts still. You'd have to fall pretty far though. Let's just take Brees here. Yeah, I'll take Brees. So I got Brees, AJ Brown, Tet, Bowers. Let's take a look at my other teams again, just to make sure I don't have anything too correlated here. So one pug is CMC Brees. The other pug is Genty Linden. Yeah, so no, I don't have any AJ Brown. I don't have any Bowers. I have Brees on another team. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Take a lot of Brees too. It's just like if the Jets are finally good, we took this guy in the 1st round before. So I mean, it's that simple. Dude's a G. Dude's a good player. He's an absolute monster. Could blow the top off of defense. Like he's a good player. Just need that team to kind of have a good season, and I'm in on betting on Fields making that offense better, or at least maybe if he doesn't like make the offense like immediately better. I think they're going to be more functional and a more fun team to watch this year because they're going to be actually good. So that's where I'm at. Try to take Pickens when I can. Like Pickens is a great pick. Just like this guy's going to score touchdowns on Dallas. And if Lamb gets hurt, he could be even more of a vacuum. But I think he's just in a good spot for like Lamb to take a lot of the attention in the middle. All right. So another Field, like I said, Fields. I think he's like. I really like kind of correlating. You shouldn't be doing this only, but like just thinking about where players went in years prior. I think that's just a smart way to think about things. Like we were taking Fields in like the 60s on the Steelers when he wasn't even like the guaranteed starter. Obviously, we assumed he was going to be, which did not happen, clearly. But we assumed he was going to be. Now he's like pretty much locked in for like probably the whole year. Like most likely, if you had to give it a percentage of without injury, he's probably like 95%, like 90% to play the whole season. And he's going to pick 100. Like he should be going at minimum in the 80s. He could even go in the 70s or 60s. Like I would take him up there, but I don't have to do that. I could take him at 100, and I don't mind taking him with Brees either. You could take some swing passes to the house, or they both just, correlating the running back and the quarterback is pretty strong still. You can kind of correlate it to like Lamar and Henry, both like good advance rate players, and they both had big weeks together. Hampton at 55 is kind of nice. But yeah. Tight ends, I'm just taking a joke as much as I can. I think he just went down for kind of no reason. I don't know why. They didn't really add anything other than a tight end. So either he takes a little bit of tight end snaps, or like Harold Fanta just plays a different position, which is what I expect to happen. So there's that. I like taking Njoku on any build. Like Njoku could be my first of a 3 tight end build, or my second of a Bowers, McBride, Kittle build, and I feel good about either of those. All right, we're on the clock. Kenneth Walker there, who I like. Don't take like any Kamara. Now let's get Godwin. It's one of my favorite players. So I'll get Godwin first, and then I forgot I was wearing the Godwin shirt. So we get Godwin. Well, we get Godwin, and then we can get Kenny or Henderson. I would take Kenneth Walker, I think. Yeah. little bit of correlation here. Carolina, Seattle, week 17 correlation there. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Like, there's just no reason that Fields can't be there. I think he could easily be like a pick 60 guy. So I want to keep hammering him at 100. And he was going later than that, like 130, which was probably rightfully so. Like, if they drafted like Dart or something, you would not really be interested in Fields because they'd be like, all right, we're drafting insurance for Fields just in case he stinks. Whereas it kind of just feels like they're going all in for him. Late receiver, Miami, A.D. Mitchell, 2-2. Actually, I'd usually take Roman Wilson instead. Don't hate Tesla. I like Ty Felton, but like I shouldn't really be hammering him now. I should at least wait for some more good news. Like if good news comes in, I won't be grabbing him a lot. So if he's the clear 3, I think he's definitely a buy on that team. Haven't been taking any of the Chargers tight end. I'm holding out hope that Rondé Gadsden somehow does something, but Milroy I probably would only take on Superflex right now, but I will probably sprinkle him in towards the end of the season with like JSN teams and like add Torrey Horton or like MBS or something. Won't be touching Shadur either. Really unnecessary risk to be taken. Like Milroy, at least you're getting a guy that has rushing upside, like a lot more. Dimes might end up being a good pick at some point, but hard to say. Like he could hold on to the Colts job. Like they're not an awful team. They were like a borderline playoff team this year, and there's no reason that he can't like be the starter all season. Kind of posturing that he's probably going to be the guy at the beginning of the year at least. Burton, this is a guy I'm willing to take shots on too. It's like a second round guy, or I think he's third round, but like tons of hype for him. Didn't do anything at all, but now maybe getting in a better situation. Like at least maybe he's focusing more or getting along with his teammates better. Maybe kind of getting what he needs to do better. And that's just a guy that's talented, and really the only thing that's keeping him off the field is himself. So I think that if he get that together, not that Yoshi Vach was awful, but like Burton is probably more talented. It's just if he's able to do anything with that. This guy's getting a lot of good values. Or the values are falling. I'm not getting any of them. Olave at 77, I would have liked that. These values people are getting. It's just these people are like pulling up people like Aaron Jones, 74, Golden to 72. Anyone else get pulled up here? Mahomes got pulled up to 62. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting stuff going on in this one. Like you wouldn't. I guess he took him at 62 because he didn't think he could get him at 83. So that's okay. I wouldn't do it, but I guess it's okay. Jaden Reed, a guy I'm fine with here. Yeah, I'm going to get value here. So I'll get Jaden Reed at 85. Judkins, also pretty fun here. It's hard to just take both of them. Like Judkins at this pick is pretty nice. Got the double week 9 bye, but I don't mind it. Josh Downs, a guy I like a lot here. Hey, Judkins. Yeah, this is cool. If I have Brees, Kenneth Walker, Judkins, I can pretty happily stop at 5 here. Gonna avoid week 9 bye, but like I can pretty comfortably stop at 5. Problem is I think I'm gonna miss a pretty big tier at running receiver, but we'll see. Maybe I could scoop like Pittman or Higgins if I get lucky. Probably not. But yeah. This is the team that feels really strong at running back. Feels pretty strong at receiver. And obviously very good at tight end. And then I can make up that quarterback issue with 3 quarterbacks. So A.J. Brown obviously can't do that stack. I could do the Jordan Love stack. Baker just went. So I got 2 quarterback stacks available there. Justin Fields I'm okay grabbing. Let's go ahead and put. You can always throw May in there. You can throw Bryce Young. Yeah. All right. So we'll leave it here for now. All right. Fields goes. All right, let's see what people are doing in this room. Double quarterback here. Got one quarterback across the board. We're at two quarterbacks here. 1-1-1. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4 people without a quarterback yet. A little bit of a QB run. I mean, I'm if I keep getting values coming back to me, I'll be happy to take them. This is a you could take Kyler here and make it work. You could take Bo next here and make it work as well. Not saying they'll both fall to me, but I'd be happy with either of them coming back. So he's got McBride. That's nice. Got with Bijan, Achane, McBride. That's pretty fun start. Is Tracy getting some buzz, or just people are just taking him? Yeah, not really. Not really any buzz for Tracy. Yeah, I could pretty conservatively at running back because I just have a lot already. I'm not saying I wouldn't take these guys, but I don't have to. Like, it's got to be like interesting. But I think I want to take probably like 2 of this tier. That's probably I'm just gonna double tap this tier of receiver and go from there. So I'm not likely to miss on all these quarterbacks. So I'll take Shaheed, the guy I like taking. Bateman I also like taking, so I think I'll just take both of them. Call it good there. I could take Scatabo, but I feel pretty good about the running back situation. So I'll take Shaheed, Bateman. 2 guys that I kind of feel are like similar, like kind of bets. It's like Shaheed, guy that was really good last couple of years, then got hurt. Bateman, one of his best years last year. Pretty much in the exact same spot he's been. They added Hopkins. Like they have a third guy, but like Bateman should pretty safely project as the second receiver behind Zay. And then, you know, you got the tight ends, but like any of the players are just good bets on that team to like score touchdowns. And that's what you're open with those. So what's up, Boofy? Good to see you. Jordan Mason will definitely start games for Minnesota, just a matter of when. I think I agree with you there. I take quite a bit of Mason. I'll actually check my percentage on him. Let's see. Take quite a bit. I was taking a bit of Aaron Jones, but then I kind of just started taking Mason. And the pre-draft, I took like, oh yeah, I took like no Mason in the pre-draft. I started taking him after. Let's see. 17% Mason. So I'm taking him a good bit. You want to get their other running back behind Jones last year, but the fumbles and carries were for Chandler. Yes. I think you are on hitting the nail on the head there. I like it. I like Mason a lot. I think it's just like what I like about Mason is that we've seen him be good when he gets touches. He's on a team that's like one of the most friendly teams for like fantasy points at like all positions, pretty much. Quarterback, receiver, tight end, just a good offense essentially. So, and the guy in front of him is very injury prone. Someone that has a lot of injury history, like that's very likely, like almost always misses a few games a year with some sort of hamstring or anything like that. So like to see that happening again is not very out of the range of possibilities. It's very likely to happen, considering the last, you know, our sample size here. So I like him. I like that pick. So yeah, his locker room guys, so he'll get love similar to use check. They still have Ham. He's a fullback, right? DJ Ham. Yeah, I still have him. Honestly, guys like that are kind of nice because they always like fill up. I mean, he's a fullback, so it may not be the same kind of concept, but like the guys that just like the team likes and like doesn't even get that much work is kind of a nice like insulation to like the players that you care about more. So I like those people. They don't get much fancy work, but they like are there so they can keep, you know, the running back touches more consolidated. It's kind of like Bucky Irving and like Rashad White. It's like they were very unlikely to take a running back and they didn't. Maybe they did late. I don't think they did. They took stabs at receiver, surprisingly, which I didn't expect them to do there. But like it's just a nice bet to make. So you know that you have those options at running back. It's like, oh, I have 3 options at running back. I could take Bucky, Rashad White, or Sean Tucker. Those are pretty much the only people that are going to touch the ball in the whole backfield. And the fact that he had like Rashad White's a passable option. Let's do Jordan Love first, and then we could either just tap Tucker and be done, or just take Drake May and play. I think I want to do Drake May and get another out. I will do that. Yeah, I think I'd like that because there's not much left here at this range. Like I'd have to backstack. Oh, Geno's there too. I guess I could do Geno. I'll probably do Geno as my 3rd quarterback. But I mean, it's hard to say. I just don't like this range doesn't ever feel good. Like I like Geno and Ward and Stafford have had the right guy, but like right after Drake May goes, which I think it's usually T-Law, but right after T-Law goes, I feel like a lot worse about the quarterbacks after that. I'll still take them. Happy to take them as the 3rd quarterback on my team or the 2nd and 3rd, but I really like having 2 by the time T-Law's done, so then I could take my last guy as just like a flyer. I could take a Shuck. I could take a Rodgers. I could take a Darnold. I could take a Dart. Just whatever. I don't really want to have 2 people in this range, personally. It's kind of where I'm at. All right, Tucker Craft could come back to me if I'm lucky. Probably won't, but I still have options. Like I like taking Tucker Craft and Bowers Likely is a pretty fun combo. You can just always get Hunter Henry. Pretty easy combo there with Drake May. Some guy like, what's his name? Chisholm? Yeah, he's there. I saw this guy getting buzz. Patriots camp. But yeah, like Bucky, Rashad White's pretty insulated just because they have people already. Where there's less risk for them like blowing up the backfield and adding a guy. Especially the pre-draft stuff. But at the same time, it's like you want to be insulated enough in other situations where you're like, oh, I don't have to worry about some crazy trade or signing gonna ruin this backfield for me when I'm taking a ton of Javonte or something. Excuse me. There's definitely a shoe that can drop. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. There's definitely a shoe that can drop for Dallas. I've been trying to take any of Javonte in blue, but I am a little bit worried that that goes horribly wrong. Okay. All right, so coming up on the clock here shortly, I think I'm just going to take Gino. I think I just like him over Bryce Young in a vacuum. In hindsight, I could have done pretty easily just double tap Gino and Bryce here. But I kind of like getting the Drake May like rushing floor there. And I could stack him as well. So I'll take Gino here. I just feel more confident about that offense taking a leap than Panthers. And I'm already taking a bet on him, so I could do either one. But I like Gino more. Like if I'm having Gino Bowers versus Bryce Young, Tet, I would rather get the Gino stuff. So, all right. So Roshan's there. I got to take quite a bit. Algier. I'd see Algier's probably good. Yeah. Got Algier locked in. So teams so far, we got Jordan Love, Jordan Love, Drake May, Geno Smith, Kenneth Walker, Brees Hall, Quinton Judkins, Tyler Algier, AJ Brown, Ted McMillan, Chris Godwin, Jaden Reed, Rashid Shaheed, Rashad Bateman, and Brock Bowers. Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, I could have definitely just gone double tap Panthers there, but Panthers and Raiders. And I like Bryce Young, but like, if you're gonna make me choose, even at ADP, Bryce Young with McMillan or Geno with Bowers, I think Geno is like a little bit slightly undervalued. Like, there's no reason he shouldn't be by Tua or higher. Like, if you made me pick Tua, like if you maybe take Geno on this ascending potential offense with Genty, Bowers, Jacoby Myers, Betch, like that offense, you're gonna make me take Geno at 120. I'll take him. So that's kind of where I stand there. So one more running back. I don't mind Giddens. Rico. Eckler. Yeah, I think I just take Giddens and just get my last guy here. Take Devin Hill if I'm into that. Not really, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and start my Eliminator thing so I can make sure I'm in the queue for that. 20-second clock. We got waiting for 9 here. Other one is waiting for 9. All right, let's get in the 20-second. Okay, hopefully by the time it's done, this is pretty close to filling. Or I'll just do a different draft maybe. All right, so hopefully Gesicki will come back. Dog's chilling. Good stuff here. I mean, is it worth double tapping? I don't think so. Just hope I get Hunter Henry. And I'm not really concerned about what happens after that. Hopefully I get Hunter Henry. Cool. Let's take Giddens, Hunter Henry. So now we just take 2 more receivers and we're done here. So Jordan Love, Drake May, Geno Smith, Brees, Kenneth Walker, Judkins, Algier, Giddens, those are both done positions, and then Bowers, Henry done there. So just receivers. We're gonna add on this build a little bit. I would say like, yeah, I probably would have just like swapped Drake May for like maybe another running back. Kind of just nitpicking here because I don't feel like that much worse about like if this was McMillan and Young versus Drake May and Henry. I don't really think that's that big of a deal. Who did I pick with Drake May? Just Love, right? Okay. So it would have been Jordan Love and blank. And then I would have gotten Bryce Young and Gino instead of Bryce Young or instead of Gino and Algier. I don't think that's that big of a deal. Two different, yeah. I like having 3 stacked up quarterbacks. See what kind of receivers we like here. Correlation wise, we got Philly against Buffalo. Not much I could do there. So I take a flyer. I'm like, Palmer's already gone. They got someone else, right? They got someone really. No, just Palmer, right? Yeah. I like how his name's just straight Frank Gore now. All right, so Green Bay, Baltimore, we already have that. Giants, I mean, we could definitely use like a Slayton already gone. They both went. Slayton's been rising for sure. That I was able to get him in the 200s quite a bit. So can't go there. Jets, Patriots got that already. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that's like jumping off the page. I'll just grab whatever I feel like grabbing here. 2-2 I like. Like I said, I've been trying to get more of Burton, to be honest. So I'll take him happily here. If that, I mean, it might be a horrible pick. It's like this guy was super problematic. He'll just do it again, maybe. But he could definitely rise pretty quickly if he just gets any sort of like he already has good buzz. If he just keeps getting buzz, he's gonna move up for sure, just for sure. And he'll shoot past Yoshi Voss quick because we already saw what that looks like. Even as like Yoshi Voss is the 2, we already saw it's not that fun. I think Burton as the 2 could be pretty fun if one of Higgins or Chase goes down. And even then, when he gets hurt, it's kind of like Gesicki's the 2, to be honest. So, all right. So I'll take 2-2 for sure. Figure out what we want to do next. We could take a Seattle guy late, like Horton. I mean, Horton would be kind of fun. Just take a shot in the dark. I mean, Burton. Do I have Burton already on another team? Let's see. Pugs. I have Burton on one team. You know, I feel better about the prospect of Burton being like a usable pick than I do Horton. I mean, in all reality, both of them are probably just like throwaway picks. But I definitely feel slightly better about Burton getting something than Horton. Even as Horton as a rookie, but like Horton as a rookie on Seattle, an offense that's like pretty scary right now. Darnold helming it. They got rid of Metcalf. Like, yeah, they have maybe the opportunity is there, like probably stronger. Like, oh, Horton could pass Cup. Sure. Yeah, maybe. But like we're talking about a most likely run heavy Seattle offense or like one of the most pass heavy offenses in the league with one of the best passing quarterbacks in the league. I think upside is there. Like at where we stand now, where they're both just like kind of dart throws, I think taking Burton right now is probably better if you're gonna just choose between those two. There's probably a safer pick in there. Like if I'm just going for safety, I don't know, Ray McLeod. I saw what's his name getting some buzz. Hodge getting buzz. I mean, really, your safer picks is probably either a quarterback or a tight end in here, like Shuck, Jawan Johnson. That's pretty much it. Like, there's not much safety here. Woody Marks feels pretty safe. Jerome Ford is safe if you want like 5 points. I mean, he'll have a few weeks probably early on for sure. And like Todd Brooks is a guy we don't know. George James, we don't know. I guess Sanders should be the 3. There's not a lot of this whole range will get clearer. The easiest way to pick is just get a quarterback, get a wide receiver 3 that you know is probably the wide receiver 3, Tutu, Diami Brown, or get a late tight end that you know is the starter. It's really, you're really playing with fire with these guys. But I don't mind taking on a team that's already pretty set. I don't mind taking a guy like Burton here. Like Roman Wilson, maybe safe. Tolbert's probably the 3, but does it matter? No, it's just a lot going on there. All right, so we got Green Bay, New England, I like naming them. My OCD will get after me if I don't. Fun team. So we'll talk about that. So Jordan Love, Drake May, Geno Smith, that team. Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Quinshon Judkins, Tyler Algier, TJ Giddens. We're drafting Eliminator now. AJ Brown, Ted McMillan, Chris Godwin, Jaden Reed, Rashid Shaheed, Bateman, Tutu Atwell, Burton, Bowers, and Henry. So I like the team quite a bit. I got three quarterbacks stacked up in some capacity. Got some week 17 correlation. Got what I feel like is pretty good allocation at every position. Like I got really strong running back with Breece, Kenneth Walker, Judkins, and I have 2 kind of shots there. Algier Giddens. Bowers Henry, strong tight end. When you have the highest tight end off the board, you're going to have a strong tight end room. AJ Brown Bowers is going to be pretty low, a very low combo, because no one's getting people are not really going to get CMC, AJ Brown, and Bowers. It's not going to happen unless it's in the super flex. And then Green Bay's the offense I like to attack. Drake May is a quarterback I like to attack. And then Raiders, I think, are undervalued. When I say undervalued, I mean Bowers could be slightly undervalued, but I think Geno's Geno's definitely undervalued in my opinion. And it's not just because there's early guys going, because that's not really how it works. But that is a factor, I guess. And there's just no reason he shouldn't go where Tua is going at least. And you're not really getting much from where's Geno here? So you're not really getting much of a difference between a 13th and a 14th round pick, or a 14th and a 15th round pick, but you just shouldn't be going that low. There's really no reason for that. All right. Eliminator time. Give me 1 second. All right, we're back. Apologies there. Get some water. Hey, come here. Come here. Come sit down. All right, we're in it. My favorite contest on the site, Eliminator. I hope I do good in it, obviously. I mean, obviously, I hope I do good, but like, give me JJ. Give me JJ. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't care if he's catching quarterbacks from the least experienced quarterback. What does that mean? He's just a dog, man. There's not much analysis you need for Justin Jefferson to just be good. And I'm happy about it because, like, he's a guy that I like just loved, like, very quickly before people started to, like, all unanimously like him. Which I'm not trying to say, oh, I'm early to the JJ ride. Like, no, I don't. It's just, like, I'm glad that I, like, liked him immediately and he's become this player. It's pretty cool. Not even the NFL expected him to be this good. Whereas, like, people like Marvin Harrison, people expect him to be this good, and he's good. But he's still not even on the level of the Justin Jeffersons of the world. And the Chases. But the Chases was, like, Chase was expected to do more, I think, as well. Very cool stuff. I don't know. This contest is, like, really hits all the buttons for me of just, like, a fun contest and a fun sweat. I do think there's going to be some agonizing stuff, and I hope that I don't fall in that bucket. There's going to be a lot of people that don't have any teams left after, like, week 5. It's going to be a tough pill to swallow. But there's going to be a lot of teams that are like, man, this is a sick contest. Like, they have 20, you know, they did 80 drafts, and they had 20 left after week 5, and they're like, this is sick, dude. I got all these teams to look at for the next, like, hopefully 6-7 weeks, maybe even more if I'm lucky. Pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to give me JJ, AJ Brown, like, any of these 3, I'm, like, pretty thrilled about to have in my portfolio. Whoever's there, I'll take whoever's there. Yep, I'll take AJ Brown. JJ, AJ Brown is such a sick combo just to have. It's just so fun. That wasn't possible last year or, like, any of the prior years, really. Pretty sick. JJ, AJ, bro. Badass. I just don't think this is correct. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just think that second round quarterback, like the second round receiver or running back, is going to do you so much more than your second round quarterback is going to be, unless, you know, there's the one outcome where, like, Josh Allen drops like 30 a week. There you go. Well, like, is Josh Allen dropping 40 enough where it's worth taking him so early? Like, I'm not saying I'm not going to have a single Josh Allen share. I'm going to make sure he's probably a 3rd round pick in my book if I'm taking him. Okay, we're on the rock. Rashee Rice. Like, if I'm going to take, yeah, they're going to be a 3rd round pick if I'm taking them, first of all. What's good, Christopher? Good to see you, man. If I'm taking a quarterback, it's going to be a 3rd round guy first of all. Second of all, the reason you take the quarterbacks this high is, like, a little bit of consistency, but, like, you can get that consistency. Like, if you're just worried about getting 20 points a week quarterback, you can get that by just, like, 3 mid-range guys. Like, pretty more often than not, you're gonna have 20 points. If you take T-Law, Stroud, and Dak, you're getting 20 points a week. A 30-point week at quarterback is nice, but, like, if it's not happening, like, often enough, you would rather have had, you probably, like, pretty comfortably, you would rather have had Jacobs or Higgins or Wilson or Tyreek. Like, they're going to do more for you every week than, like, the 5 or 6 points at quarterback you gain every 4 weeks, maybe. Because that's how it works. Like, when you take the elite quarterback, you get a 30, maybe 40-point week once every, like, 3 to 4 weeks. And then every once in a while, they'll go on a run. Like, I think Josh Allen had, like, 40 and 30 back-to-back. at one point last year, or like a 40 and 38, like 2 banger games in a row. That's big for Eliminator, but like then you're right back to the square one where you're fighting your most likely 20 points against 18 points at receiver, where that 18 points is going to take you probably a little bit farther at receiver than it will at quarterback. Because if you just get that, like, or running back too, like, just a pretzel. I think what I'm saying makes sense. I think. Hurts in the 4th round, I feel pretty good about too. Kamara, oh god, dude. I don't like taking him here, but I will. Nah, well, can't do it. I'm gonna take Hurts. I'll take Hurts. Couldn't do it. Couldn't bring myself to do it. But if I can get one of Chuba, Kamara, Kenneth Walker, I'll be happy. Coming back to me, one of those 3. If I don't, I might consider Kittle, but we'll see. Anyways, point is, I believe, and I think it's pretty like understandable why, but like a 20 at running back is going to take you farther than a 20 at quarterback, because most people are going to get 20 at quarterback because they're either going to take 3 guys, or they're going to take an elite guy and another guy, or they're going to take an elite guy and 2 other guys, and they're definitely going to have 20 then. So the 20 points you're giving up potentially, by not taking Josh Jacobs, which Josh Jacobs probably projects for 16 to 20 points a week, probably half PPR. It's a big deal. Whereas Josh Allen probably projects for 24 versus your 19 at Stroud or something, for example. All right, Kenneth Walker's there. I will take him. I feel that's going to be a very run-heavy team. I'm happy to take him there. Kittle's the guy I love taking there too, but I'm going to go with the 3. I'm going to go with the 3 tight end probably here. Or maybe 2 if I get the right guys. But yeah, this is fun. AJ Brown, Kenneth Walker, Justin Jefferson, Rashee Rice. A team that I'm definitely willing to go triple as well. Like, I'm pretty much in the boat where, like, I think you just take 3 quarterbacks every time. Which, what I just said is a little bit to be confusing because I'm like, I'm going to take 3 even though I took Hurts. I think you just should have 3 no matter what in this contest. Unless you're going to go double elite, which is pretty crazy, but you could do that. Like, if you want to go Hurts and Hurts and Fields, I'd stop probably. Hurts and Murray, I'd stop. Hurts and Baker, I guess you could stop. Well, not week 9, no. Hurts and Burrow, Hurts and Mahomes, I guess you stop. So you could do it. You could. I just wouldn't do it. I would just rather just not take Mahomes and go like Hurts, JJ McCarthy, and Darnold or something. Just something, just for example. So, so all in all, elite quarterback could be really nice for you just because of what they can give you every week. However, I think you can replicate it a lot of times with 3 mid-range quarterbacks. But if you're able to make it work where your team is strong enough where you can, I can get Hurts and then make my team strong enough around it, it can be pretty powerful, I think. Debo, Rowe, Jacoby Myers, Godwin. So there's Caleb Johnson. Take Debo. I strongly disagree with this statement. I think rookies are the key to like every contest, but like rookies might be the least out of any contest. Yeah, I think you're joking, right? I figured you were. Rookies might be the least. He's trying to get people to pump up rookies. I see what you're doing, Christopher. Sly dude. Where was I? Yeah. I think rookies are like the worst. Like you should take them. You should. It's not going to hurt you, but like if you're like I could comprise lineups of like almost half rookies and have them like be pretty good in BBM style stuff. But in this, like you're in such trouble. Like if most rookies usually take a little bit to get going, even the top ones, you know, outside of Genty, most of the top ones are going to take a little bit to get going. Like, yeah, let's see. I'll take Caleb Johnson. That was a tough. I don't really know what to pick there at all. Like I was kind of in a hard spot there. Yeah, that was a tough situation. No idea who I wanted to pick there. All right, we'll get one of these. We'll get like downs next or something. It's like you can build like 0 RB teams in regular contests where like they're just like really strong. And like they have a ton of backweight production. If you do that in Eliminator, that team is like so like it's already really hard to make it through, but like it's even harder like when you're doing that stuff. Like when you do the 0 RB room with a ton of late season like upside, you can make that work in a regular best ball contest. So you have 14 weeks to make it up, but you have 1 week. You start week 1, you have 1 week to make it work. And if it doesn't work, you're out. That's it. You're done. You don't have the rest. You don't have the luxury of having 13 more weeks to make up the points. You have the 1 week, and then the next week you have another week, and the next week you have another week. That's how that works. That's how the contest is formatted. So all in all, rookies are way, way worse than this. You should have them. It's not bad to have them, but like the amount of rookies you can have and like handle, you should be really calculated about how many you're taking in comparison to the season-long stuff where like Eliminator is not backweighted at all. Like it's all every week is the same. Literally, like exactly the same. 50-50 every single week till week 17. Once you get to week 17, you're already like happy. Once you get to week 14, you're already happy. But like, all right, don't take downs. Come on. I feel like he's going to. Yeah, he did. Damn it. I'll take Mason. Ah, that sucks. I really wanted downs there. It's okay. I need more downs in the Eliminator. I got 1 Eliminator down, sure. Crazy. How many downs do I have in the regular one? I have a lot of downs in regular contests. I need to get more in the Eliminator. So, yeah. I like having access to this I like having any amount of Minnesota players just because it's just so clear how they're going to be a good offense and they have good game environments all year pretty much. Happy to take them. Detroit, Houston players, kind of same boat there. All right, let's see where we're at here. So JJ McCarthy, definitely a guy what I haven't took much Najee. I don't know if I want to start here. Ibuka, Shaheed, Higgins. Higgins, another guy I don't like. Ibuka, I think of more of a traditional rookie where I don't want to be taking him immediately. Don't want to take him as much as Eliminator. Higgins, like, who else is going to be the wide receiver, like 2 or 3 on that team? Like, he is like pretty much locked in wide receiver 2 or 3. And Noel could be the 3 if Kirk's not there. And I mean, Kirk could just be the clear 2 too, but I'm in the boat of Higgins probably passing him there. But same with Burden. not as I don't like him as much in Eliminator, but I'll take him. So, yeah. Javonte would be a guy I would like to have on this team. ETN also. Javonte would probably be my... if I could pick a guy out of a hat, what I want, that's what I want right now. Javonte. And this is something I'd like to do more so in other stuff. We'll see how his running back room ends up, but like, we'll see. We'll look at this team and we'll even come back here after week 1 and we'll see if this guy made it through with flying colors, but we'll find out. We'll see. We'll see if Finam figured it out. I'll keep track of it. I'll try to at least, and we'll see if this guy just like cooked us. He's just a genius, or he didn't make the top 50 because he didn't have enough running back power. We shall see. My guess is that this is going to look too much like a back-weighted running back room, where it's just not going to have enough juice early to like get you through. Whereas I think like Kenneth Walker, Caleb Johnson, Jordan Mason is enough early juice. I'm not done building the team yet, but I think it's enough early juice. Caleb Johnson, I think, is going to have a role from day 1 in a run-heavy offense that got rid of their top receiver and added a new one. All right. Jonnu, Andrews. I mean, I don't take a ton of Jonnu. Like, if there was a time to take him, I think this would make a little bit of sense to do. Yeah, I'll do it. Why not? I'll take Jonnu after ADP. Not a guy I'll love taking, but I'll probably take 3. So I'm not really that concerned with it. If I get Njoku, I'll probably stop at 2. I'm still in the boat of like I want to win tight end, but at the same time I want to win tight end, but I'm willing to like sacrifice it if I need to. Like if my sacrifice is gonna be like if I just get in a box and I have to take Hunter Henry and Goddard, so be it. I'll do that. But like I don't want to be in that situation. Like having Njoku, Jonnu Smith is generally a pretty strong tight end room. And then especially if you add a third one, I think it's very strong. Gesicki, Goddard. Yeah, Goddard is pretty interesting on this kind of team. So I'm going to lock in McCarthy here. And then I'll probably take one more guy. Like Stroud. Stroud could be an interesting third guy. But I'm going to make sure I get McCarthy now. So Njoku is one of my favorite picks here. Yeah, I'm getting more, Caleb. I had a decent amount pre-draft, but I'm trying to get more now. There's just no reason to think he's not going to have a lot of work. It's he's on the offense that's going to run a lot. Decent enough draft capital. Run heavy offense, really all you can hope for a rookie running back. Henderson's also really fun, but like I could see like the path where Henderson is like week 3, he's gotten like 4 touches a game, and all your Henderson teams are dead in the Eliminator because you took a 5th round pick on a guy that's taken 4 snaps in week 1, or four touches in week 1. Hampton's probably pretty safe, but even if Najee's going to be involved, which he probably will, like Hampton's going to be getting I would think a pretty decent workload week 1. So I doubt I get Stroud. Yeah, he goes. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what this guy ends with. You just have to understand, like, in this contest, I think one of the biggest things to understand is the goal of the contest is so much different than the goal of, obviously, the goal of winning is the same, but, like, the goal of, like, how your points are allocated, so much different. In an ideal world, in, like, regular contests, you just want to do just enough to get through and then have, ideally, low-owned pieces on your team go off, or just have your team go off. Or you can smash and then have your team go off. It's still good. But like ideally, you want to have your team sneak through the first round, the first 14 weeks, and then you just have a smash of your low-owned pieces in the later weeks. All right, let's see what we're looking at here. So we could go to a... You know, I don't fully hate that. I kind of like going Goddard, even though I don't like want to double stack. I just like giving Goddard in general. Seems like a good pick. Ray Davis is here. Week 70 correlation does not matter at all, but I do like Ray Davis a bit. Trey Benson's a guy I like taking too. Let's get Ray Davis, and then we'll see what's there, and we'll decide from there. All right. So we got a round out quarterback, round out receiver, round out tight end. We could stop at Hurts, McCarthy. I don't like the feeling of having in a perfect situation, like everyone's healthy. Week 6, I have JJ McCarthy only as my quarterback. You leave yourself so many vulnerabilities there. I don't like to do that if I can avoid it. I would just so much rather have that third guy just so I have the 2 options at quarterback. Because like week 6 comes around, I have JJ McCarthy there. They have a down week or whatever, you know, I just lost. Like, obviously, that's going to happen in many scenarios. If like AJ Brown has a down week, I could just be dead. But you want to kind of cover yourself from the bye week issue as much as you can. Yeah, I like Likely here. So Goddard went. Couldn't take him. So quarterback. It's getting a little shady here. Really? Cam Ward, Shuck, Darnold. I'd take any of them. I mean, I guess you could take Dimes. Dimes is an awful pick. I don't really like it that much. So he's one of those teams where I don't know where to put my last couple picks in. But I do know I have a lot of my receivers pretty strong. JJ, AJ Brown, Rice, Debo, Higgins. I probably could stop it. I'll probably be stopping at 6 there. Even though I don't like to do that, it's probably where I'll stop. Yeah, I've done Superflex. I just did a bit at the beginning before the ADP set, and then I'm pretty much done. I think I don't it's fun, but I don't love doing it that much. So my favorite thing to do is to get those combos of players that you can't get otherwise, which is like get Jefferson and Chase on the team, get Lamb and Jefferson on a team. You know, those kind of things. That's what I like to do the most. And then obviously early on, get those quarterback values that are going to go up a bunch. Like pretty much the first 2 rounds are always like once ADP set, the first 2 rounds are just all quarterbacks. So the first couple of days of the contest are not at all like that. So you can get some quarterbacks cheaper than they will be. All right. Let's think. I think I want 3 tight ends. I could definitely stop at quarterback. Don't have to go 3. I think Darnold would be playing by week 9, or still playing at week 9. Don't love Darnold though. I haven't been taking much Rico. I'm gonna take Rico here. 15, 16, 17, 18. I have 4 picks left. Yeah, this is where I get tough. Like, if I can't like lock down one of the positions a little bit better, where like, I take Bowers and take another guy, I can stop at 2 no matter what. But like, when I like feel like I need to take 3 on both, it gets a little funky. Like, I don't feel great about stopping at 2 with Jonnu likely, but I might have to. Like I said, if that's what I have to punt, that's what I have to punt. Even Jonnu likely isn't like awful, but it's not great. That's probably what I have to do. Just not worry about the tight end. Get a third quarterback just to have one. And then with Hurts, I'm really buying a nice floor. Like I'm gonna have 20 a week with the upside of 30 a week, which when the Hurts gets me 30, which is the one that's most likely to give me 30 anyways, that's gonna be sick. Everyone's on JJ McCarthy could give me 25, 30. But like having that out is nice. If I gain 10 points at quarterback, that's good. But it's just more often than not, I'm just going to get 20 regardless, and I'm not going to gain much. I might just lose stuff because I'm going to be missing out on 4th round running back and receiver value. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, Darnold's going to play early. Like, the only way he's not going to play, he might not play, like, late. So, like, I feel pretty good about, like, by the time I get through the Hurts bye, Darnold missing the end of the season isn't going to matter to me. So, should be okay. They'll give Darnold to his bye to keep playing, right? And after, like, 1 week after his bye, surely he'll keep playing. How about you? Do you like Superflex, Christopher? All right, so done at quarterback. Like I said, even when I take an elite guy, I prefer to take 3. It depends on the second guy. Like, if the second guy is like Purdy, I might stop. If the second guy is Murray, I might stop. But my second guy is like a later guy. I'm kind of trying to push that 3rd guy and get the 3rd guy in that later range, or even get like Stroud or something. So I think is this a 3-7-6-2 or is it a 3-6-7-2? Week 8's open, which is good because I have a lot of week 8 guys I like here. 2-2, I can get Burton. Yeah, Diami would be I would like to get Diami Brown on this team. Also get Slayton. I kind of want to go just. See, then when you're looking at these tight ends, there's like, what am I even doing? Like, what's the point of grabbing a tight end? You know, like, sure it helps, but like, unless one of them breaks out, which is like pretty low odds, like, you're just like banking the touchdown, which I guess is fair. It's just like, you know, I add Shig to this team, I'm probably adding what, like 4 points to my team, probably 5 points. Whereas if I add another receiver flyer, I could add 15 points across all the weeks. I don't know. Like, how often is Chig getting my lineup ahead of Likely and Smith? Not very often, I would presume. But when I'm staring at, like, Kincaid Goddard, then that 3rd tight end seems a lot more fun. And obviously, any of these guys could break out and have a bunch of touchdowns, like between Chig, Taylor, Schultz, Jawan. But JT saying, like, most often you're not really adding anything to your team. So if I only do 4 or 5, they lose the roster quickly. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, it's fun, but I can't, like, I could do the regular drafts a bunch. The Superflex get old quick for me, at least. And maybe there might be more of an edge. But I'd rather just try to take the edge on other stuff, and it's just not as fun for me. And ultimately, I'm trying to have a little bit of fun, and these are way more fun than Superflex for me, personally. But I do enjoy jumping in when they come out, because you get, like, the extra value, and that's more fun for me. But the only thing that's fun to me about doing them is to get the combos of, like, elite players you can't get otherwise, like the CMC chase teams, like that kind of stuff. Like, you can get stuff like that, and it's pretty fun. All right, so AD Mitchell, Coker. Let's get another running back. Shipley. Oh, Shipley's just sitting here. Yeah, we'll take him for sure. I don't have any week 9 running backs, so that's honestly a jam there. So this is a good running back room. Kenneth Walker, Caleb Johnson, Jordan Mason. Those are 3 guys I feel pretty confident about having week 1 work. Kenneth Walker having quite a bit. Caleb Johnson have a decent amount. Jordan Mason, I think, will have like 50-50-ish. Ray Davis, you know, who knows? Maybe Cook straggles on his thing. Rico feels like the clear 2. Shipley feels like the clear 2. Ray Davis feels like most likely 2, but also had a role either way. So that's cool. JD locked and loaded. AJ Brown locked and loaded. Rashi Rice seems like he's locked and loaded. Higgins feels like the 2. Debo feels like the clear 2. Diamond Brown clear 3. So I just take another running back. I think I just take a receiver just because you start 3 a week. Give me the third guy. As much as I want it to be, it won't be JJ, AJ Brown, Rice every single week. There'll be other guys sprinkled in. You can also take a Royo just for fun. I kind of want to do that. Yeah, now that I think about it, I'm just like, none of these guys are that interesting, but if I'm going to take it, I might take the rookie bullet. Because the reason I'm taking a third is not for floor. I'm taking it for ceiling now, which I think is like a backwards thing where like I don't think people would think that way, but I think that is correct. Like the reason I'm taking a third guy here is because I want the extra possible ceiling, not because I want the guy, maybe Arroyo goes for 70 and a touchdown. Like that could win me my week because I gain 9 points a tight end or something. You know, that could win me my 50-50. Whereas like the likelihood of Burton, A.D. Mitchell, and Wicks passing all these receivers, or any of these receivers, like obviously there's going to be a guy here that does. I just guess as good as mine. So I kind of like taking the rookie bullet, and I have the correlation too. So yeah, I mean like I have 4 receivers that all project pretty well every week, I would think, and another guy that I think is a pretty good bet. A guy that has spike week potential and a little bit of contingency upside. Yeah, this is like one of those things I could take anything other than a quarterback. I would take a running back, a receiver, or a tight end here, and I'd feel fine. I hate that feeling because it's like, I can't decide what I feel like I need. That's probably a good thing though, because it's like none of them feel so unbelievably weak where like, oh my god, I need a running back here. Oh, I need to get a receiver here. Like I feel pretty good about this. Like I think that's how you probably should feel about your Eliminator teams. There's gonna be a spot that feels a little bit weak, but like this all feels really strong. Like tight end, quarterback feels great. Running back feels like it's definitely good enough. Receiver feels really good, and then tight end feels like good enough. Like that's probably you're not gonna feel like, oh, this is perfect. Unlikely in Eliminator, I think. So, all right, let's jump in and open this up. Take a look at this team. All right. Jalen Hurts, J.D. McCarthy, Darnold, Kenneth Walker, Caleb Johnson, Jordan Mason, Ray Davis, Rico Dowdle. So this on for now. Shipley, JJ, AJ Brown, Rashi Rice, Debo Samuel, Jaden Higgins, Diami Brown, Johnny Smith, Isaiah Likely, Arroyo. Pretty fun. I don't mind it. Yeah, I just think like ceiling is like obviously his floor is good. Like you shouldn't be like I said, you shouldn't be shooting ceiling everywhere because if you have so many volatile rookie guys, you're going to lose right away in your 50-50 combo like matchup. You might even lose by week 1. But like ceiling is what's going to win you weeks consistently. So if you keep on getting those ceiling shots, like there's going to be weeks where like one guy gets a 40 bomb and you have him, or your opponent has them and you don't, and you lost, because like it's going to feel like season long fantasy in that way, which is very fun, but also tilting, where it's like, oh my god, I dominated this guy at every position, but this guy had one random ass, like, oh my god, a random Kareem Hunt 3 touchdown game for no reason. Pacheco's out. Like, what the hell, man? Really? I lost because Hunt had 30 points and cooked me. You know, whatever. Like it's gonna feel like season long fantasy in that aspect, which is gonna be fun, but also will be frustrating. So I think the ceiling is so important. Which is the same thing as like in season long fantasy, you take ceiling shots because if you don't need them, oh well, you drop them. In this case, if the ceiling shots don't hit, you could still make it through, or you're just going to get eliminated and you're done. So, a little more extreme, I guess, than season long, but like I think it's similar in that aspect of like you're shooting for ceiling at every position because the floor games aren't going to do you anything other than beat a team when that team you're playing goes way under protection or like it's just a bad team or whatever for one reason or another, injuries, whatever. Those one ceiling games are what wins you your weeks. Like a lot of times, like, oh my God, Chase went for 50, easy win. Or oh my God, Bowers went for 25, easy win. Like that is how you win your games. So I don't know. A lot to be said there. This is such an unsolved thing, but I think I have a good way of thinking about it. But I'm also like, I'm willing to try all sorts of stuff because I just want to get a couple teams through and we can evaluate how those teams are structured and how everything, like it all takes nuance. Like, oh, like I said, how zero RB went, how late receivers went, how early receivers went. All of that is meaningful information. But in general, you can kind of see what structures worked out well. Like, was it the early running backs that worked out well? Was it the late receivers that worked out well? Was it the elite quarterbacks that were most important? Was it the elite tight ends that were most important? Was having 3 quarterbacks that important? Was having, high receiver upside important? Like this is all stuff that matters. You definitely don't want to be too weak. Even though the floor of running back is higher, you definitely don't want to be too weak a receiver because that is just going to be your fast track of losing. Just like in the playoff weeks when like you have a 20% chance of getting through and your receivers are so weak, you just lose. Like you just can't get the upside you need. Obviously you need everything to come together in those weeks, but if your receivers are already dead and you've had that problem all season, you've just been kind of getting carried by your running back floor and your running back getting the job done, you can make it through that first 14 weeks. But in the isolated weeks, it's just really hard to keep getting through. Unless receivers continuously have low weeks and continuously running backs have all-time smash weeks. That'll happen from time to time, but it's just over the course of the season, it's gonna swing back and forth there, where like running backs have a higher week or receivers have a higher week. There's gonna be weeks like that. Do like marathon weekly winners, but that's still not crazy about them. Weekly is fun. I think weekly is fun because you can ADP is a lot less important than that, and you just need to get the combo right. And I think you can do a lot of fun stuff with that. I think you can do 1 quarterback builds, 1 tight end builds, and have like 10 running backs. You can do a lot of different stuff that I kind of think is fun. So. Anyways, that was a blast. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Another high score episode of High Score. Appreciate you guys all hanging out. Good time. I like drafting. Love these drafts, man. Eliminator is just... If you guys can't already tell, I can ramble on about Eliminator, and I really can't wait to see how it goes. And I'm going to be annual. Like, as long as I still have teams alive, I'll be annual. I mean, I'll do it either way, but like, I'll be able to better analyze stuff when I have teams alive. But hopefully I'll have teams alive well into the season next year. We'll see how far it makes it. Like 1 team to week 14 and you're dancing, you're happy about that. 1 team to week 10 and you're already pretty happy. So, we'll see what happens. Hoping I have some teams there later in the season, but only one way to find out. So we just got to keep on doing it, keep trying new strategies, and I will be trying a bunch of different stuff, but I have a general idea of what I like to do, and yeah, I can talk about it all day. So fun. So appreciate you guys hanging out. That was a fun time. Have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. And we're almost into June, so we're getting close. June, July, August. We're getting there. We're getting there. 3 months ish. 3.5 months till the season starts. Pretty fun stuff. So you guys all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Like I said, be safe, stay safe, have a good time, find value in everything you do. And I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.